Hey guys, welcome back to Blue Collar Biceps. Thank you all for the kind words, the support, the new subscribers. Just, coming through and showing all kinds of support on the last video. I really appreciate that. It kind of gives me that boost of encouragement to keep going and providing more and more content for you guys. But anyway guys, I'm here to do another job. So the backstory on this one is our company reinstalled a boiler. We came to do an install at these condos that I just pulled up to, and they actually removed the wrong boiler. So I've never actually heard that happening. It's pretty funny, kind of comical, but yeah, they took the wrong boiler, actually removed it from the house, loaded it in the truck, and they're ready to take off with the boiler. But I guess, I don't know how it went. I was on vacation. The customer came home and probably said, what are you guys doing? I don't have any work scheduled. You guys aren't supposed to remove my boiler. Anyway, long story short, they reinstalled it, but I'm back here today to clean up a few leaks they had, because you know how it is. If you're removing a boiler, jerking it around, trying to reinstall, they tried to reinstall a lot of the piping and reuse it. So solder fittings, I have 2 leaks on solder joints and a couple packing nuts on the ball valves. The spot where it is a very tight bit of copper work, and where I have to repipe it. So I'm not gonna bother tightening up the packing. I'm just gonna cut out that one gate valve, repipe down and that other ball valve. So the tools I'm using for this job are gonna be the Milwaukee 18-volt press tool.
Press fittings are kind of an industry standard at this point.
Badass tool. This thing will do the black iron mega press, but right now today I'm gonna be working with copper. I will warn you, it is a little bit heavy.
Whoa, this is heavy. There's that word again, heavy. Why are things so heavy in the future? Is there a problem with the Earth's gravitational pull?
If you're doing copper work, say 3/4, 1/2 inch, I'm gonna be on a little 1/2 inch pipe, but this is a really heavy tool. If you're doing a lot of residential, smaller stuff, and you don't need the big tool to do black iron work with as well, I would go with the 12-volt version. So you won't be able to do any black iron press, jaws, or anything on that tool, but you can do small residential stuff with a lot more ease than you can with the big M18. Got that to do my pressing work, and also must have for any plumbing, copper pipe removal. I have the M12 battery powered cutter. So this thing does up to 1 inch copper tubing, and it's quick, it's easy, no issues, works really great. Hey ma'am, yeah, I'm just here to make a sick vlog. I mean, fix your boiler. All right guys, here we are. So this is what I'm talking about here. There's a solder joint leak right there, as you can see probably. Old gate valve, packing nut leaking. To fix this leaking joint, what I'm gonna do is just repipe from here out. I'll throw in a 3/4 by 1/2 T, go over, put a new valve here, make up new into the water feeder so we can get rid of just, no point of putting a coupling there. I'm gonna come down. This is the indirect water return, so I'm gonna be coupling in down there. I'm also going to be removing this elbow with the high vent and actually not replacing it. There's really no need for that. It's kind of an old school thing you would see from time to time they would do, but this is your main air scoop up here. Supply pipe comes up right into your air scoop, and another high vent right here. So that's your main high vent in the system. That's going to do all your air elimination for the most part. So I want to make sure all my return valves, at least on each zone, are off. So I have this zone off, this zone off, and this zone off. Doesn't matter which ball valve. They isolate it just so you can change the circulator out. Go to your supply side, same thing. All your valves you want off. You're also going to follow your main water feeder, which is this device. Backing up. And you're going to want to shut off that ball valve there as well. So sometimes you got to go out to the van, get a clear head, because I was fighting with this simple water feeder, trying to get this backed out because it's so tight. The tools I have in my small bag just weren't doing it. I jumped into my bigger bag, grabbed my pipe wrench, rigid pipe wrench, and it's going to come right out easily because I have the right tools now. Don't sit there and fight with something, guys. If it's really giving you a hard time, just go get the right tool for the job out in the van and save yourself the hassle and probably an injury slipping off of something. I also have these Knipex, or Knipex, I think you call them. German-made pliers. They grab really well. I have no reason to save this half-inch old fitting, so I don't mind trashing it with the pliers. But I don't know if I got a good shot of inside there, but I was fighting with this fitting like crazy. And look how easy I just got it, just by going to get the right tools. That's one thing about my little service bag. I should probably carry like a little pipe wrench in there. But let's go put that back on, get the new fitting in there, and get this job done.
Never at ease, I don't know a limit. Chasing a dream, I don't know what sleepers. I got a queen, she lit me to evening. She ripe like a peach and she snapped me to snippet. I'm well overdue for that link up in person. Text me to fall through its murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage of doing the service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cut throat from the low, where no love goes. Women buddy like a feeling bad.
right, coming around nice and hot. It's good to go. So they did complain about the hot water as well. I bumped the thermostat up to 125 from 120, so we'll see how that does. All right, so we wrapped that job up. It's kind of tough when you're working in a tight quarters like that closet there. It was just a sweat box in there. I mean, I am pouring. You think, you know, you're outside sweating, doing AC work, stuff like that. Man, boiler rooms, that's a whole nother level if you get in a hot boiler room. I mean, residential, not so bad, but even in the winter, you could, well, you guys know how it is. You can sweat your butt off in the winter as well if you go in those hot boiler rooms, but that's what that reminded me of. That closet was scorching today. But anyway, we got that repiped, a little bit of piping work there. You can see I forgot to cut in the shutoff for the 3/4, but I did end up cutting it in after under the coupling. Not the prettiest, but jobs like that also don't have to be the most pretty looking thing ever. They're just getting people back up and running on their older system. I mean, do it, make it look good, but you don't have to go above and beyond on every little job like that. It's not a piece of artwork every time like you're doing a new boiler or something, but little jobs, service jobs and stuff like that. I do a lot of that stuff. And at the end there, I tested their hot water. Actually, I don't think I've ever come that close to actually nailing 120 on a temp gauge like that, but we get them set for 120 degrees. That should be plenty of hot water. I think the thermostat was set at 120 beforehand, but we got them to 125. Kind of helped that situation out a little bit. So today I kind of did it differently. I didn't film every single call, but it kind of, so it's not as drawn out, I guess, not as long, you know. I don't want you guys to get bored either, but I do want to continue making the informative videos and showing you guys day in the life, work life kind of videos, vlogs, and yeah. So I will see you guys in the next one. This is going to be week number 2. I'm going to keep it going, so I hope you guys are really enjoying the content and you're excited for what's to come in the future. Hopefully I can come up with some interesting stuff, but another day in the life right here, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Life is what you make it. My shit been amazing. I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent